up, everyone? I'm Jenny.
And I'm Jessie.
You're listening to Milkshakes and Ghosts. Girl, I am so sad October's over. I can't believe it's done. Like, we're already in November. What is going on here?
Yeah, me too. I really love Halloween. All the spooky decorations and pumpkins, it's so fun.
It was so much fun. For us, Halloween doesn't just end, though. Our ghost decorations stay up, okay? They are still up. Now that we're getting closer to Christmas, our ghost decorations will receive Santa Claus hats, which I started doing this morning, and they're looking pretty darn cute if I don't say so myself.
You're the coolest mom for doing that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we put Nightmare Before Christmas hats on the ghost decorations that we have. We have these big blow-up ghost decorations that are in our family room by Jesse's Milkshake and Ghosts backdrop. So the Christmas tree is going right in front with, as you know, milkshakes and ghosts.
Yeah, I love Halloween because I get to spend time with my family. So for those of you who don't know out there, Halloween every year is in our house. We order a lot of pizza, like a lot, and then invite our family to go trick-or-treating in our neighborhood, which is so fun.
Yeah, Halloween was a blast. Our family is huge, and we've got a whole lot of kids. It's so much fun every year walking around our subdivision. It's the largest group in our community. Our family takes up the whole street.
Oh, what just happened? Our lights just
Whoa. We had some ghostly encounter just now. As we're podcasting, our lights just completely went off and on and started flickering. We've never had that happen in here.
Like, we're not even joking. The lights literally just flickered.
You're looking around like, what's here? Well, I'm sorry if I sound a little under the weather today. I have COVID. And yes, we're still podcasting. I'm masked up in the pod lab. Jessie has COVID too, but I seem to have it worse. Unfortunately, the COVID got into my lungs. So I have been sick for about, I want to say Halloween. Actually, Halloween, I started feeling icky, and then the next day it kind of just slammed.
It was the day before Halloween.
The day before, but I honestly thought it was just like allergies or a cold.
That's exactly what happened to me.
Yeah, I mean, it was the same scenario, but it turned to be full-blown COVID, and it got into my lungs. Jessie is already better from it, so I do have a mask. Just as a precaution, I've had COVID like 5 times. This doesn't seem to ever want to leave my body at this point.
Mom, look at Cooper. He's so cute. We have like a coffin bed for him, and he's putting his head like on the coffin bed because it like opens and closes. So
he's adorable. Yeah, we have a coffin bed, of course, in our pod lab, which is suitable for us being all spooky. So for all of you out there who are wondering what we were for Halloween, our photos, I posted them on all our socials. You can see our costumes on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, Twitter, and Patreon. So go check them out. You will definitely want to see what Jessie and I were. I think it was pretty cool, especially her father. Her father and I were kind of matching.
I was Ghostbusters! I love Ghostbusters, which it did seem fitting since we talk about ghosts and do this podcast. A lot of like stores around us, they had Ghostbuster theme, and I'm like, who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters!
More like milkshakes and ghosts. Who are you gonna call? Milkshakes and ghosts.
No, what? Ghostbusters.
We are the Ghostbusters, okay?
True. Yeah, we had a Halloween contest, and I won, of course, because...
Well, you won the kid section, and me and your daddy won the adult section, so that was pretty cool. I was Little Red Riding Hood, and Teddy, my husband, Jessie's dad, was the Big Bad Wolf. And we won a Starbucks gift card, which was cool. Plan on using it.
I won like a board game. I gave it to my cousins, though, because I was being nice.
You're such a sweetheart. Check out our socials for those costumes. We posted videos and photos. And on Patreon, you can see much more. You actually get to see costumes with our whole family, and that's only on Patreon.
I got so much money. Oh, wait, I mean candy. I said money, I meant candy.
I wish we had so much money. Shoot.
Anyway, my two brothers this year were Jason and Wolverine. Our whole family dressed up this year, like our whole family.
Yeah, it was really cool to see everyone in costume. This year it wasn't just the kids, it was all the adults too. So I'm really happy to see that our whole family participated. It was a really great time.
Yeah, I ate like so much candy. I almost died, but I decided to do a smoothie instead of a milkshake today.
Oh yeah, I bet you really got a tummy ache for Halloween.
I ain't gonna lie, I sure did get a tummy ache. So I decided to make myself a strawberry blueberry banana smoothie with non-dairy blueberry yogurt, which is really helping my stomach again.
I'm so glad to hear you say that you're not drinking a sugary milkshake as you always make. I'm glad you're laying off the sugar today.
I mean, who said I can't drink a milkshake?
I do. Your mom.
Anyway, what are you drinking? Because it better not be coffee.
Actually, I'm drinking a smoothie too. My Stoopy. I cannot talk today. I'm sick.
Don't tell me it's mixed with coffee, please.
No, that would be gross. I really can't talk. My smoothie is just a strawberry banana smoothie. I mixed mine with a little bit of strawberry yogurt to also ease my tummy today. I didn't eat candy for Halloween, but I have been drinking excessive amounts of coffee. So hopefully I will feel better next time we do this podcast. I really need to feel better. Not just from the tummy ache from the COVID. This really sucks to feel like this, especially while we're podcasting, because this is the greatest time of the week is when I get to talk with you about ghosts and hang out and just chill in our pod lab. I hate feeling like this.
Yeah, bananas and yogurt are like a miracle to cure for an upset stomach. But I need to tell you something.
What's that?
So, did you know there's these coffee candies you can buy?
Yeah, I used to eat them all the time.
When you were little?
Yeah.
You can't have coffee if you're 7 or 5, or did you eat coffee when you were 1?
No, but
2?
Okay, no, but
3?
No.
4?
Coming from a Boricua family, my family's Puerto Rican, most Puerto Ricans, when their children are little, give their child a little tiny bit of coffee with a whole bunch of creamer so that it's just basically creamer. I don't know why they did that, but my family did with crackers, and it was like a snack. And so that kind of started my coffee addiction from the age of 6.
You didn't answer if you were 4.
I said 6. I was 6 years old. You just left me deaf, Jesse. Oh my gosh.
You had to wiggle your ear.
Yeah, I was sitting there wiggling my ear. You screamed in my ear.
Well, I got a really, really, really spooky tale today, and I think you're gonna love it.
First week of November, and you're just diving straight into spooky. What?
I sure am. Today I'll be telling the story of, drumroll please, La Llorona.
Girl, you picked a good one. I know this story, and it's super scary. I just hope you're up for the Spanish lingual, because it doesn't sound like it.
Now it's time for my classic line. I call it the Jessie. Grab onto your favorite milkshake and hold onto your blankie. Be wary, it's about to get scary.
Let's get spooky with it.
For those of you who haven't heard of La Llorona, let me explain what she is. La Llorona is a mythological woman in Mexican and Latin American whose siren-like wails are said to lure adults and children to their untimely deaths. The legend of La Llorona is a popular ghost story that is especially prominent on Dia de los Muertos, According to legend, La Llorona was once a beautiful woman named Maria. In many variations of the tale, Maria's husband was an unfaithful or abusive man who treated their two sons more affectionately than he did his wife. Other retellings say that her husband may have left her for a wealthier or lighter-skinned woman. Out of jealousy, rage, or despair, she is said to have lured her sons to a nearby river.
Come here, child.
And drowned them before drowning herself after realizing what she had done. In another version, Maria's neglected sons drowned accidentally. Soon after, it is said that Maria took her own life. Her ghost, now called La Llorona, is forced to wander the earth, searching for her lost sons. She could be identified by her loud wailing cries.
Mis hijos, ¿dónde están mis hijos?
Which means, my sons, where are my sons?
The version I've heard of La Llorona is the one where she drowned her own kids. That's the one I'm really familiar with.
When I was researching this episode, that seemed to be the most popular one. Many versions of the story are told to children across Latin America, with the purpose of making them scared so they don't stay out late at night. Some versions claim that La Llorona can be summoned in a seance-like environment. Others claim that she appears when children misbehave or when men find themselves lost and alone near a lake or a river. In some versions, she appears to mothers and steals their children, mistaking the children for her own lost sons.
That's horrifying. Completely horrifying.
There are many stories of encounters with La Llorona.
I don't ever want to be one of those stories. That's really scary to think about her coming for one of my kids.
Yeah, same here. Not something I care to experience.
We've seen a lot of spooky things, and I do mean a lot. But this is something I'd never want to find. I'd never want to look for. I do not care to do a ghost hunt to see about La Llorona. This is just not within interest. I feel like this would be dangerous.
I mean, I kind of agree and I don't agree. I kind of want to find out, but it's definitely not going on our list, so.
Okay, we can at least agree that it's not going on our to-do list of places we want to go visit.
1968, American folklorist Bess Lomax Hawes published an article, La Llorona in Juvenile Hall, which gives accounts of a weeping woman haunting a juvenile detention facility in California. Some accounts describe La Llorona as having long hair and wearing a hooded cape or a veil. Others describe her as being young and pretty, being dressed in entirely black or white, or having the bones of her dead children embedded in her backbone.
Oof. Right when I think your story couldn't get any worse, it just did. That is horrifying.
What can I say? I love everything Scoopy.
Scoopy. We can't talk today.
Snoopy! I love everything spooky. As creepy as the story is, I find it somewhat fascinating.
It is, fascinating. La Llorona has been featured in plenty of TV shows and movies, and it's a tale that we've heard forever, or at least I have. I've heard that tale since I was little, especially when I went to Puerto Rico as a small child with my grandparents. That was the first tale that came out of my cousin's mouth when it was like 12 a.m. at night, and it was just a lot of fun hearing that. Scary, but fun.
The legend of La Llorona has several different origin stories. According to one account, her tale originated in Mexico. Another argues that the legend comes from Spain. Some historians identify La Llorona as directly linked to the Aztec earth goddess, Coatlicue. Another tradition holds that she is Melanesian, or La Malinche, the enslaved indigenous woman who was the primary interpreter and concubine of Spanish conquistador Hernan Cortez. This version was told in Rodolfo Anaya's novel, The Legend of La Llorona. Aside from these speculations, La Llorona endures as a myth that continues to strike fear in children of Latin American heritage.
Not just children, fear in adults too.
I have a fun fact.
Oh yeah, what's that?
La Llorona has been depicted in many films. In 1933, there was a Mexican film called La Llorona.
Wow. I had an idea that there were movies of La Llorona, but I did not know that it went back that long ago to 1933. That's really far back.
I finally found something that's older than you, The Legend of La Llorona.
Hey, that's not cool. Do not start trying to roast me today, Jesse.
How do you know what roast means?
Oh, stop.
I can't help it. You're my mom. This is why I love you. Skipping toilet Rizzler.
I love you too, but stop trying to call me old, okay?
Do you know what skibbity toilet Rizzler means?
No, and I'm ignoring you because it's gotta be something not great.
Well, at least La Llorona is older than you. But the two of you do have one thing in common.
Okay. What's that, Jesse?
You were both born in the 1900s.
Okay, this podcast is going off. It's going off. It's just too early to start roasting me today.
When were you born again? I forgot.
No, stop. I'm
No,
turning
when
this
was you
off.
born?
Nope.
1900s!
You millennials, jeez.
Millennials.
Millennials, I cannot talk. I have a mask on my face, so I'm sounding crazy, okay? The fact that I am trying to do this podcast with you today because I love you and I love all our listeners out there. I'm trying to get through it with COVID. This is really, really hard, though. I have COVID and I have ammonia from COVID, so...
Oh, my finger got smushed on their desk. Ow.
Are you okay? That looked painful.
No, it's karma.
It really is.
In 1963, the film La Maldición de la Llorona came out. In English, that means The Curse of the Crying Woman. More recently, the legend has been told in the films Mama, which came out in 2013.
I seen that movie. The movie Mama. Wait, did you see it too? Wait, we seen it together, didn't we?
No?
Are you sure?
Did. No, we never did.
I know I seen it.
No, I haven't seen that. Was it good?
It was okay.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, just okay. It didn't wow me, you know?
Have you seen the movie The Curse of La Llorona?
I'm not sure. What year did that movie come out?
The movie came out in 2019, and The Legend of La Llorona came out in 2022.
I don't think I've seen either of those movies. I do know that the show Supernatural and Grimm, they both had episodes of La Llorona.
Some say The Legend of La Llorona is a powerful message about the value of children, regret, and the search for redemption. Others say it's a reflection of resentment felt by conquered nations towards the Aztec Empire. I say La Llorona is a force I do not want to meet. And that, my friends, is the story of La Llorona.
Very, very good story, Jesse. You know, I have a fun fact for you.
Yeah?
Did you know your great-grandfather on my side had a very spooky encounter with a woman in black that could have been called La Llorona?
Nope. Burn everything down. Burn the grass down. Burn the house down.
It was a late night, and he was outside trying to catch lightning bugs. He was very, very young, much younger than you. When he looked up, he saw a woman in black a couple of feet away. The woman had a black dress, and she wore a black veil over her face. She watched him for some time as he played. He didn't think much of it. He was just a child and just wanted to play with lightning bugs. But he tells this tale now, and I think it's just really scary.
That's creepy. I'm good.
Your great-grandfather, he has a lot of really spooky stories from Puerto Rico. The next time you visit, you should ask him to tell you some ghostly, spooky encounters. Maybe we can even create a podcast episode from it.
That sounds like a great idea. We should interview all my grandparents for spooky stories and to make a podcast episode from it.
You know what? I actually love that idea. That sounds like a plan. So, are you ready for my spooky story?
Wait, I have a question for you.
What's up?
Are you wondering why I'm so hyper today?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you don't seem to stay still in your seat as we're podcasting. I'm curious what's going on.
I might have snuck something in my smoothie.
What did you put in your smoothie? You lied to me? You said it was just fruit.
If I tell you, will you get mad at me?
I could never get mad at you. You're my princess.
Sugar.
You cannot put sugar in a smoothie. That's
Straight up
dangerous.
sugar?
Oh my gosh, Jessie. Jessie, that's so bad for you. A smoothie is supposed to be healthy. It's supposed to ease your stomach.
Well, you can't take it away now because I already drank all of it.
You're going to get water and nothing but water to drink for the rest of the day with each meal you eat today because you cannot have any more sugar. That's too much. All right, so get ready for my spooky tale. Today, I will be covering an urban legend, just like you did, because La Llorona is an urban legend. And today, I will be talking about the Jersey Devil.
That sounds pretty scary. I never heard of that one before.
Well, grab onto your seats. It's about to get spooky. Without a doubt, New Jersey's oldest, most enduring, and important pieces of folklore is the tale of the infamous Jersey Devil. Close to 300 years now, people from Jersey have told tales of this mythical beast that stalks the Pine Barrens and terrorizes local residents. Legend has it that in 1735, Pines resident known as Mother Leeds found herself pregnant for the 13th time. Mother Leeds was not living a wealthy lifestyle by any means. Her husband was a drunk who made few efforts to provide for his wife and 12 children. Mother Leeds was devastated when she discovered she was pregnant with her 13th child. It's said she raised her hands to the heavens and proclaimed,
Let this one be a devil.
Mother Leeds went into labor a few months later. It was a stormy night. Her mind was no longer thinking about the curse she had uttered previously regarding her unborn child. Her children and husband huddled together in one room of their home, while local midwives gathered to deliver the baby in another. By all accounts, the birth went routinely, and the 13th Leeds child was a seemingly normal baby boy. However, within minutes of delivering her baby, it started to change right before her very eyes. Within moments, it transformed from a beautiful newborn baby into a hideous creature. The wailing infant began growing at an incredible rate. It sprouted horns from the top of its head, as claws tore through the tips of its fingers. Leathery bat-like wings sprouted from its back, as hair and feathers dispersed all over the child's body. Its eyes began glowing bright red. The creature then attacked its own mother, killing her, and then taking the lives of everyone in the room. As it roamed the home, seeking more victims, few managed to escape, but the ones that did survive, they lived to tell the tale of this horrid beast. The creature then escaped into the darkness and desolation of the Pine Barrens, where it has lived ever since. To this day, the creature, known as the Leeds Devil, while others call it the Jersey Devil, claimed the Pines as its own and terrorizes anyone who is unfortunate enough to encounter it.
So, you said the story takes place in the 1700s? But she had 13 babies? Like, I don't even care about that devil. She has 13 babies!
There was no phones, no TV back then. I mean, there was really nothing to do back then. People just had a whole bunch of kids.
That was probably just an ugly baby. I can't even, say anything. It was probably just so ugly.
Oh, gosh, just as funny as it is, it's true. There were a lot of people back then who didn't understand things. It could have been a child with some sort of medical condition, and we're not making fun of any children that have medical conditions, okay? I want to clarify that. But people back then, they didn't understand a lot of medical things in those days. However, this creature that we're talking about today, it has multiple eyewitness accounts. And it continues to have many eyewitness accounts for the many years to come.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think that's a medical condition because a baby that is just born ain't just gonna kill everyone.
Well, since it was in the 1700s, you could highly say that things were really exaggerated. I mean, tall tales were really tall. And I just feel like maybe the story is exaggerated. That's just my opinion.
It still killed someone, though. Killed multiple people.
I mean, did it though? There's no proof. There's just hearsay, you know?
But there was eyewitnesses.
Technically, if there was eyewitnesses, they were all dead, except for like maybe a couple. But I don't know. I don't know how much I believe the story.
That sounds pretty fake to me.
In the 18th and 19th centuries, the Jersey Devil was spotted sporadically throughout the Pine Barrens region, frightening the local residents and any of those who were brave enough. In 18th and 19th centuries, the Jersey Devil was spotted sporadically throughout the Pine Barrens region, frightening local residents and any of those brave enough to travel through that area. Unearthly wails were reported echoing from the dark forest and swampy bogs. Also, there were many reported accounts of domesticated dead animals throughout this area. People believed it to be the Jersey Devil. Over the years, the legend of the Jersey Devil grew, occasionally even overstepping the boundaries of its rural Pine Barrens haunt to terrorize local towns and cities.
That's how the gossip train works. One person says one thing, and by the time it reaches around the block, it comes this huge, outrageous story.
I agree with you on that. In this case, things started amplifying on January 16th through the 23rd in 1909. Early in the week, reports started emerging from all across the Delaware Valley that strange tracks were being found in the snow. The mysterious footprints went over and under fences, through fields and backyards, and across the rooftops of houses. They were even reported in the large cities of Camden and Philadelphia. Panic immediately began to spread over the town. Fear and intrigue grew even greater when it was reported that bloodhounds refused to follow the unidentified creature's trail in Hampton. Schools closed or suffered low attendance throughout lower New Jersey and in Philadelphia. Mills in the Pine Barrens were forced to close when workers refused to leave their homes and travel through the woods to get to their jobs.
Well, I'm scared that Jersey Devil's gonna get me. Can I stay home from school tomorrow?
Girl, we are not back in the 17, 18, or even early 1900s. You know you're going to school.
Well, what if I see the Jersey Devil? Oh, man.
If you see him, invite him to school with you, okay? He needs an education too. Let him educate himself. Now, back to my story, okay? Eyewitnesses spotted the beast in Camden and in Bristol, Pennsylvania, and in both cities, police fired on it, but it did not manage to bring it down. A few days later, it reappeared in Camden, attacking a late-night meeting of a social club and then flying away. Earlier that day, it had appeared in Haddon Heights, terrorizing a trolley car full of passengers before flying away. Witnesses claim that it looked like a large flying kangaroo.
Now that I want to see.
Same here. I wouldn't run from it, maybe towards it to take a photo.
I'll be right there with you. Picture. Smile.
Honestly though, have you ever seen a kangaroo stand up on two legs, really tall? It's completely horrifying.
You really think I've never seen a kangaroo stand up on two legs?
It's not like we have kangaroos in Savannah.
You know, there's this thing called YouTube, something I watch every day.
Alright. So I'm taking it you've seen a kangaroo on two legs.
I have. They're really scary. You know what hybrids are?
That's probably what the chupacabra is.
So, like, what if two animals made this, like, one animal, and then that animal was a hybrid, and then another hybrid of two other different animals were hybrid, and they made babies, and there was, like, this other animal, which was, like, a quadruple breed.
Okay, so now you're just getting really complicated, right? So, a weird-looking animal. All in all, many people have spotted this creature over the years. Another trolley car full of people saw it in Burlington when it scurried across the tracks in front of their car. In West Collingswood, it appeared on the roof of a house and was described as an ostrich-like creature. Firemen turned their hose upon it, but it attacked them and then flew away. The entire week, people reported that their livestock, particularly their chickens, were being slaughtered. This was most widespread in the towns of Bridgeton and Millville. I am very sorry if I'm not saying those towns right, and if I sound kind of congested and muffled, it's because I am very sick. I am trying so hard to say these words right and to read properly.
Now, that's the interesting thing. People keep changing the description. First off, it starts looking like the devil. Then people start saying it looks like a kangaroo. Now people are saying it looks like an ostrich. So what I think, there's probably like a lab going on there and they're experimenting on animals now, so.
I mean, it could be. That's interesting that people keep on changing the description. I agree with you. That's how word of mouth also works. What your mind remembers something to be true, it can't always be trusted. Sometimes the memories in our own minds even deceive us. That's a whole nother topic, though. So this creature, it reappeared once more later in the week in Camden, where a local woman found the beast attempting to eat her dog. So she hit it with a broomstick and it flew away. If that was me and our dogs, I would do a lot more than just a broomstick. I'm telling you, because when it comes to our fur babies, ain't nobody trying to like mess with them or trying to fly away with them. In this case, this creature would definitely be having a funeral if that was our fur babies. Can you imagine Fancy or Cooper or even Bella? Well, Bella's a little big. She might not be. The creature might not be able to fly away with Bella, but the other two are small. Oh man, both of the dogs, all three of them, they're our fur babies. While there hasn't been anything like January 1909, the rampage that occurred, numerous sightings of the Jersey Devil have continued to be reported to this very day. The tale of the devil has spread beyond the Pine Barrens and has been embraced by all of New Jersey, even to the point where it's been largely commercialized. The devil is portrayed in toys, on t-shirts, and even is the subject of its own feature film. Most famously, the devil has lent its name to New Jersey's NHL hockey team. There are still many who believe the Jersey Devil is real. Throughout the years, there has still been reported encounters. Most often, people report finding strange, unidentifiable tracks in the sandy soil in desolate areas in the Pine Barrens. While less frequent, these are still occasional reports of people who see more than just tracks and manage to catch a glimpse of the Jersey Devil. He is most commonly described as having the body of a kangaroo, the head of a dog, the face of a horse, large leathery wing, antlers similar to those of a deer, a forked reptilian tail, and large claws.
That kind of sounds silly.
I would actually love to see that in a drawing. Maybe you should draw a photo of what you think it looks like, Jessie.
That would have been scribbles. But I do have an idea now.
What's that?
Drawing contest!
Ooh, that sounds like a really good idea. A drawing contest. I like it.
Everyone who's listening to this episode, email us a photo of what you think the Jersey Devil is. We'll post your photos on our socials, and we'll announce the winner of the best drawing on Thanksgiving.
Jessie, I like that. That sounds like a really good idea. That's actually the same deadline of our Halloween contest for which one of us told the fake story and which one of us told the real story on the spooky listener tales that we did on Halloween.
I want to see what everyone thinks the Jersey Devil looks like, so email us those photos at milkshakesghost@gmail.com.
All right, you heard Jessie. Show us what you think the Jersey Devil looks like. Send your drawings to milkshakesghost@gmail.com. We'll announce the winner on Thanksgiving, along with the other winners from our spooky listener story. The winner will receive a Milkshakes and Ghosts tumbler and keychain. So, whether it's deep in the Pine Barrens or deep in our collective unconsciousness, one thing is certain: the Jersey Devil still lurks in New Jersey and most likely always will. That is the urban legend of the Jersey Devil.
That was a super cool story. I still think mine is better, but I'll draw what I think it looks like.
I want to see your drawing. Hopefully you can do that today. I'm curious on what you think it looks like, Jesse. I can't wait to see it. And everyone else's photos as well. Thank you all for joining us on another episode of Milkshakes and Ghosts. Don't forget to participate in both our contests that we have going on for a chance to win. We have our Halloween spooky listener tales where Jesse and I told 2 stories. One story was real and one was fake. It's up to you, our listeners, to decide which story was the fake one. Our second contest, as of now, is a photo of what you think the Jersey Devil looks like. We'll announce the winners to both of those contests on November 28th, 2024, which is Thanksgiving. Both winners will receive a Milkshakes and Ghosts signature tumbler cup along with a Milkshakes and Ghosts keychain. Email milkshakesandghosts@gmail.com for a chance to win.
We're also on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Threads, Twitter, and Patreon. Please subscribe to our socials. We're trying to grow them, especially our YouTube. Our YouTube handle is @MilkshakesGhost.
If you would like to become a Patreon member, please visit patreon.com/milkshakesandghost. I will link it in the show notes along with all our socials.
Join Patreon for free monthly gifts and cool perks.
Let's give a shout out to our awesome Patreon members. Mr. E from Special Delivery Show. Check out the Special Delivery Show. His podcast takes interviews to a whole new level.
MNG VIP members also include the Paranormal Duo, Laura and Joanne, Ricky M, Bruce the All Spooky, Harmony, Joan of Arc, The Dark Side, Ronald H, Joe Santana, Mariah Morales from That's So Spooky, Jada Kumar H, Tony S, Jean from The Truth Is Out There, Nadia and Edward, Carl and Becca, Mandy and Kenneth, Jules and Christina, Joel from The Paranormal Countdown, Alan, Death Star 1, PR Princess, Maxine, UK Ghost Haunts and Hunts, Terror Screams, Jules M, Victor and Myra, Linda and Colin, Gavenport, Haunted Canadian History, Melissa and Dan.
Thank you all so much for being Patreon members. As you see, we're growing. I'm so excited to have you guys a part of our Patreon family. We appreciate each and every single one of you.
And remember, keep drinking milkshakes!
And keep being spooky!
Pero cariñoso, todos me dicen el negro llorona, negro pero cariñoso. Yo